What's up, guys? Well, today we're going to be in Fort Worth, Texas, where a newly released dashcam video shows a 90-second Fort Worth police chase that killed a bystander. And this took place in July of 2023 after a flock license plate reader alerted officers that a stolen Dodge Charger was in the area. And the dashcam footage comes from Officer Lemuel Joel's vehicle. He's a 19-year veteran. He begins pursuing after another officer deploys stop sticks, puncturing the Challenger's tires. So let's see how this one turns out. Also, this just updated. There was a settlement in the case apparently, and they'll get to that. Also, 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button, it's free. Fort Worth, Texas, that's where we're at right now.
Very first time we're all together seeing the start of a Fort Worth police chase that ended with the death of an innocent driver. And that moment set off a nearly 3-year I-team investigation. And because of that investigation, Fort Worth PD has now made part of its once secret policy on chasing public.
Also, the city went to the courts and tried to completely hide the pursuit policy. Yeah, they didn't let him get away with that.
A warning for you, the rest of the video may be hard for some of you to watch. Investigative reporter Brian New tonight with the exclusive video and also what it reveals.
A deadly police chase.
Good evening and welcome to the Fort Worth City Council meeting.
A hidden pursuit policy.
They have tried to keep everything confidential, and it makes you ask the question, why?
What started with the chase of this stolen Dodge Challenger in 2023 ended in the death of 57-year-old Andre Craig.
We're talking about an innocent person who was going about the business of their day. And in the process of doing that, he was killed. He was killed.
After months of pressure, part of the Fort Worth police chase policy was finally made public. And now, for the first time,
he's going to be bailing.
So is this video.
Nowhere near him. He's going to be going westbound.
Now, before we show you the full dash cam video, it's important to understand how this chase began. A flock camera spotted the stolen car. Police found it parked at a house in this neighborhood, a place they had been before, tied to someone they knew well. Police quietly moved in, surrounded the area, stop sticks ready. All part of what the sergeant wrote in his report was an effort to prevent a pursuit.
And there was a helicopter already following him. This guy was going 100 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. This cop.
Right at the top, I want you to watch this officer. He throws out stop sticks and successfully punctures the tires. That's the reported stolen car. Behind the wheel is 19-year-old Brian Hunter. Officer Lemuel Joel, a 19-year veteran, is now in pursuit. Watch as he safely clears his red light intersection before picking up speed. Take a look to your right. Did you catch it? It was a speed limit sign. It's 30 miles an hour.
Police Pursuit 101. When the risk outweighs the reward, you call it off.
On this road. According to police records, this chase reached speeds close to 100. Fort Worth police policy doesn't set a hard speed limit. Instead, it requires officers to weigh the danger of the pursuit against the need to catch the suspect. I want you to also notice the timestamp given.
That would be risk versus reward.
In universal time, which translates to just after 6 p.m. on a Thursday. That's rush hour, something officers also have to consider when deciding to chase. Did you see that? Let's go back. That right there is a rifle. The police helicopter, known as Air One, had spotted it being thrown out of the suspect's vehicle. There's Air One at the top of the screen. The chopper allows ground officers to back off if needed without losing sight of the suspect. As the officer approaches this Nix intersection, listen closely. Did you hear his tires as he slows down? That's something you won't hear at the Nix intersection.
Y'all, let me have the radio. He's got a good spike. He's losing it. He's crossed over Evans. Or he's crossed over Rosedale. I'm sorry. He's going to be bailing. Give me a second. I'm nowhere near him. He's going to be
freeze it once more. Inside that SUV is Andre Craig. He has the green light. The officer's light is red. According to the crash report, Craig was killed on impact.
So it looks like the cop hits a car to his right.
Red.
Right there.
According to the crash report, Craig was killed on impact. Almost immediately, multiple officers raced to the scene. Just feet from the crash, the two suspects bailed out of the stolen car, then were quickly arrested. Brian Hunter eventually pled guilty to evading arrest causing death and is now serving a 3-year sentence. Meanwhile, Officer Joel, who can be seen visibly upset, was suspended for 15 days for violating his department's pursuit policy.
Last year, the city of Fort Worth settled a lawsuit with the family of Andre Craig for $250,000. The city also, after the crash, eventually made part of its pursuit policy public. This came after months of legal battles with the Texas Attorney General to try to keep the policy hidden after we requested it, Doug, through state open record laws.
As a result, Brian, of the incident, has the department made any changes you're aware of to how it handles chases?
Doug, we asked that question to Chief Eddie Garcia. Now, it's important to know he was not the chief in Fort Worth at the time of this crash. The department declined our interview request, but when the general orders were last updated, we noticed a clear risk versus harm statement where now a Fort Worth officer may only initiate a pursuit when allowing the suspect to escape is likely to cause more harm than the pursuit itself.
All right, Brian New and our I-team, thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Yes, so it looked like he hit this SUV here and then hit that one, because in my thumbnail it's going to show you where the picture of the car coming to rest, and it's by a light pole. $250,000. They had a very bad lawyer. That's what I'm saying. They probably just took insurance money. $250,000 wasn't nearly enough. If policy violation results in the death of someone that has nothing to do with the crime at hand, they should be fired and charged for negligent homicide, even if it has to do with the driver of the other vehicle. No, risk reward. 3 years, are you serious? Absolutely right. Same thing happened to my mom in Indiana in July 2022, but the canine sheriff was not in a pursuit. He was driving 97 in a 40 with no lights or sirens, just driving reckless. They do that shit all the time. You mean the taxpayers paid the family? He violated policy. His qualified immunity should have been stripped and made to pay them, not the taxpayers. Sick of paying for government, judges, cops, ignorance, and incompetence. He didn't even attempt to slow down, barreled straight through the intersection. In the old days, we were told we couldn't outrun cops because they had radios. Yes, you might outrun the cop, but you're not going to outrun the radio. That's what you say all the time. The family should have received more. The family settled for way too low. Absolutely they did. If a helicopter was in the air and tracking the suspect, there was no need to have a high-speed pursuit at that point. They should have backed off. That's what I said. Yes, that's exactly what I said. Risk, reward. Risk, reward. That's supposed to be where the determination of the pursuit is yes or no. Anyway, that's where we're at with this one. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Also, again, 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button. It's free. Let me know what you think about this one, and I'm out.